Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lawrenceville, Georgia. Georgia Gwinnett takes the opening round site here as the glory goes to the Grizzlies. We're joined now by head softball coach Kat Ihlenburg. Coach, Lawrenceville bracket champions again for the fifth time. How's it feel?
Fifth time. I mean, it's no less magical. It's no less exciting. It's amazing. So proud of these ladies.
You've experienced this opening round enough. Match your feelings going into this week versus maybe years in the past.
Sure. I truly have taught myself how to say it's not butterflies, it's excitement. And that switch in your just being makes it so much more enjoyable because yes, there's nerves. And of course, like my stomach, I'm not eating lunch right before the game, but I was able to drive into work, listening to my favorite playlist. I had some Katy Perry dialed up. I had some Forrest Frank dialed up, and I just had a good time in the car saying, this is going to be a great day. No matter what happens, it's going to be a good day. And here we are.
And indeed, it was a good day for the Grizzlies. Great day to be a Grizzly. Georgia Gwinnett wins 6-1 over St. Thomas in the championship round. Let's get right into it. You get Annalise yesterday.
Yep.
The decision to start her today.
Yep.
And I'm going to put it out there. For the first time all year, you pull Annalise out of a game in the championship round. Walk us through that thought process and the game plan.
Well, you go with what got you there. I mean, that's sports. I don't know any coach in America that really says, I'm just going to go one-off and see what happens. And that's the thing with KJ. She's not a one-off. She's a starter. She's proven herself. She's equally as dominant when she's dialed in. She has great games. So, Annalise, we knew they were going to have a plan. And I think once we got our 2 runs, it was like, okay, we're doing great. But they're an extension hitting team. They made it clear that they have some power, and I respect that. So, just disrupting timing. It was not a hard decision to know that they were on time with Annalise. There were a few balls that were hit that were probably just a little too much for her Annalise's liking. So I look at KJ, I say, I know you're locked in. Let's go. Let's make it a staff like we've talked about.
And put her performance in perspective. We've seen no-hitters in perfect game over the last month or so from KJ, but 5 scoreless innings in what was a 1-run ball game to get yanked out of the dugout and thrown into the fire.
Yeah, and, I love that it's yanked. It's not. She knew what she was going to get into today. She really did. We talked about it. I think this is a team that believes in the preparation we're doing for them as coaches, and the outcomes continue to show why, because it's about the preparation, and when you're in the moment, you're not pressing because you've done this. I mean, the plays that Morgan McQuagey made today, she had a ground ball at third base that she ran through that ball and threw off her back foot. We practice that every day. So it's no different with KJ, knowing it's a powerful offense. Well, when you face an offense that's consistent and like ours, you're just ready. You go to work, you spin the ball, and you trust your defense, which clearly she did.
And another player that was in the moment was Sophie Sis. Right before a pitching change, her at-bat comes up. She's never seen this pitcher, one of the best in the country. Who said what to her, and what was her approach there at the plate, and literally the TKO there for the contest?
Yeah, so it was great because we stepped together, and I said, you're getting a pitching change. And she goes, yeah, it's like my 7th one this season. And so what it says to me is she's a respected hitter by opponents. So they had a plan of how to pitch to her. They didn't see that Valerio, I think that was her last name, was going to dominate Sophie again. So it was nice to see Sophie dialed in that, the kid's coming in throwing strikes. She's not going to try and paint the corners and see what happens because it was bases loaded. So I think Sophie's approach has been so pure this season. See ball, hit ball. She doesn't try to do too much. She uses her legs. And the outcomes continue to shine for her.
And so the Grizzlies shine brightly here again, going to the World Series for the 5th time in program history. Coach, I'm not going to ask you to pick your favorite child or your favorite opening round here.
I can't. There's none.
I won't ask you to do that, but tell me why this year's team and this year's dugout is maybe different from past years.
Yeah. And there's those little magic moments that you can pick up on, but players have had to change roles this season. And so when you have players that you thought, we're going to do this, and you have to refocus what their jobs are, a Kaylin Berry, a Lindsay Owen, and you think, oh, man, I was counting on that. That's when it becomes a team, and that's what's special about this group is from 1 to 22, from 22 to 1, it doesn't matter. It's that person that's in that moment. We're just projecting that love on them, that trust on them, that excitement on them. I can't say enough about the true 9 seniors. Every single one of them has come through this season. Every single one of them has had their moment on the field where it's like, we literally won a game because you showed up and did your job today. And I couldn't be more excited to continue to get to work with these women because they just want to come. We're going to lift on Friday. We're going to practice on Friday. They're like, okay, that sounds good. because that's what we want to do. And so, no, there was no part of us that was expecting to hang up our cleats or hang up our jerseys. We were looking forward to today.
There's so many people down on the field still celebrating.
Yes.
Your players are down there too
100%.
as well. So many people on the other side of the screen have tuned in all week long. Who and what are you grateful for in a moment like this?
God, I'm just grateful for women trusting me to lead them in this game. It's a vehicle to the rest of your life. It's going to take you to places you can't imagine. You know, you came to Taiwan with me. But these seniors are special, so it's going to be hard. I've been saying goodbye to the 4-year seniors. Jane Hoover lost an opening round game with me. AG did. We know how hard it is. Molly was here. It was just hard. Kayla, to lose their freshman year. But then you have the players come in and step into these roles that believe in our process and our culture, and they know how much I love them as people. They know how much I'm excited to see their futures, but we're so present. We're so happy to be in Lawrenceville, where our feet are, just living this dream that is college softball. So I just give them all the praise that they're just awesome women, and awesome women who believe in each other, lift each other up, and we see that season and season again here at Grizzly Softball.
And the awesome group that is GGC softball is going to be headed back down I-85 to Columbus, Georgia, the World Series for the 3rd year in a row. Coach Cat, congratulations.
Thanks, Matt.